actually begin to enjoy and excel in my college experience. Got it. Sounds good. Okay. All right. How to college organization. Let's get started. First, a little overview of the Center for Student Success. Who are we? Why organization is important. We'll be talking about key spots like calendars, planners, classwork and notes, your room, your desk, and your mind. So we're getting into the mental here today. It's very exciting. We're going all over the place. And to, in the end, be okay with some form of imperfection because we're not robots and we're not going to be perfect. Center for Student Success, we are really cool and you should come visit us. We are in Roscoe West. We have a number. Stop by the advising bar and you should follow us on Instagram because we do little challenges and giveaways and we give beautiful tips about college and what's coming up at TCNJ. Follow us, a little self-promo. Okay. Organization. Organization has many benefits. It can reduce your stress. It increases productivity. It promotes a healthier diet. It helps with sleep and it improves relationships. Now, you're probably sometimes I'm thinking, and I look at all these things that are very positive benefits of organization. And I'm like, how can literally putting my socks in a little bin promote a healthier diet and stuff like that? I'm going to get into that because it's really all about your mental space. And it's not organization that has to be what you see on Pinterest where everybody has everything color coordinated in their closet. It's a form of organization that works for you so that you know where everything is and you know how you can best be your best self. These are all benefits that can be yours with organization. Where to organize to achieve these benefits? Let's get into it. Calendars. Oh my gosh. I'm a big Google Calendar girl myself. I spend a lot of time on my Google Calendar. It is color coordinated. This is the area where I maybe get a little crazy with organization. Love my Google Calendar. So creating a calendar allows you to visualize your week. I don't know how I would get to my appointments because I'm a very visual learner. I need to look at what I'm doing because I want to know what's up next for me. I want to know what's throughout the day. Personally, because that's my form of organization and my form of how I process what's coming up in the day. If I didn't have that, I'd be looking at my week and I would miss appointments because how was I to know that I was supposed to be there? I didn't have any way of knowing that was where I was going to go. You put your classes on there, you put your work on there, you put your extracurricular, and you put your plans with friends because if it's only your work, your classes, and your responsibilities, then you're never going to want to look at your calendar because it's no fun. So also put your plans with your friends on there, put just stuff that's fun so that you're oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to that. And it's on my calendar. My calendar, it's a good place to look at it. It makes me happy. So you can do not only just Google Calendar. I do Google Calendar because I look it up on my phone. I look it on my computer. I reference it multiple times throughout the day. I also have my friends' Google Calendars. We share our Google Calendars with each other. I see you nodding. Yes, love that. You can see when your friends are in class. It makes it so much easier to make plans because you are a college student and you're incredibly busy. You've got a lot on your plate with extracurriculars, with jobs, with homework. There's so much to do. And by sharing your Google Calendars with your friends, you're oh my gosh, we are free from 3 to 4 on Friday. Let's see each other. It's fantastic. You can also do a physical calendar because I know some people, they really enjoy sitting down with their journals and writing out their calendar for the month or for the week. You're seeing that. We're on the same wavelength right now. And they sit down, write it out. It's a calming process to be able to write out your week and know what's expected of you and know what you have to do. So everybody's got their different ways that they can use a calendar to make sure that you're aware of everything that you're responsible for throughout the week or the month. And just write down things to look forward to. It's not always, well, I have work, well, I have class. It's well, I have dinner plans with a friend. And I put it in a really fun color because I'm excited to go to them. So I think having a calendar is a great way to get organized and be able to view your week. Right. Planners. Also love a good planner because sometimes with work, you're not sometimes going to put everything on your Google Calendar. It's all the assignments that are due that day. So that could be a lot of assignments with some of the classes, the workload that us students have. A planner puts everything you have to do in one place. Things you can put in your planner: due dates, test days, and a checklist of tasks that you have to complete throughout the day. In my planner, I put things like, if it's a laundry day, like, oh, you've got to get the laundry done by the end of the day. And then I check it off when I'm done. Sometimes I do things and I'm like, this wasn't on my checklist, but I'm going to put it down now. And I'm going to check it off because I did it, because it gives me a sense of satisfaction that I got it done. So having just a planner in place is like a little reward. At least for me, it feels like a reward when I check off what I've done, and you can begin to move on to the next task. And it's a way that don't forget anything. You can bring your planner to class so that you're able to write down everything that is due, everything you have to look forward to, everything you have to study for, and determine what you want to accomplish by the end of the day. You can have a physical planner. There's so many cute ones, really, really cute planners, like just anywhere. Target's got a bunch. They're adorable. They've got very pretty. And you can write down their tasks, your homework, what you need to do to feel like you have had a successful day by the end of the day. You can also, which is what I do, use planners like sticky notes on your computer. I know that Apple has the stickies on your laptop. That's how I write down my tasks of what I need done by the end of the day. I write it on my sticky note. I write down what I want to have done, whether it be schoolwork or housework or anything like that. And I cross it off when I'm done. And by the end of the day, it's a good day if I have a completely empty sticky note on my computer. And I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling happy if there's a completely empty sticky note. So that's one way that you can really maximize what you want to have done throughout the day, so it doesn't feel like it all piles up at like the end of the week. You're like, I have to get 14 million things done by the end of the day. It's biting off just a little bit each day to get to a final desired product. And then you're feeling better. Notes. In lots of classes, you got to take notes. I personally have really bad handwriting. I write down things and it is not legible. So note taking is something that I kind of struggled with throughout elementary school to get a good handle on. Organizing your notes, organizing how you write them, getting a handle of how you remember information and the best way to write that down from your classes makes for more effective studying. You will have learn better when you are writing down information and absorbing information in a way that works for you. So I personally, the second I was allowed to not have written notes anymore with my little notebook and paper, I switched to my computer and I started writing all my notes in my computer. Because even if I have a bunch of typos because I'm typing so fast, at least it's somewhat legible. You know, the font is at very least readable and I can figure out what it is. But some people are very color coordinated with their notes. They have special pens that they write down their, bio notes in and special things, and their notebooks are color coordinated. I know people got their different colors for subjects, like their science notebook is always green, their math notebook is always red. I know that's a highly debated topic, so if you have the colors, you can always feel free to throw them in the chat for what color you think each subject is. I like to laugh. I like to have a little fun. So it's really based on you and your preference. All of these things I talked about today are based on you and what works for you, because your organization is never going to be the same as everybody else's. It's always going to be built for you. So whatever works best, whether it be Google Drive or Docs or notebooks with little organizer tabs for each subject to keep things neat and clean, as long as all of your notes are in a place where you know where to find them. You would never want to get to a test and be like, I have no idea what these questions are on, because you lost those notes for the week. They're somewhere buried under like a binder in your backpack, crushed at the bottom. You would never want to face that kind of situation. And so hopefully through these different organizational techniques, you will be able to have a better note-taking experience and be fully prepared when you enter your classes. Moving on. In your room. Guys, I'm gonna say it, this is my tough spot. Everybody's got an organizational tough spot. I try my best to keep my room clean, but you're moving fast. My room right now is a mess. It is chaotic and everybody's got their little weaknesses, but we'll move on to talk about that when we talk about not expecting perfection from yourself in literally every area of the things I'm mentioning. It's just not realistic. But clutter in your room can prevent your mind from relaxing. That's what I was talking about when it said organization can help you with your sleep. Because if you're looking at your room, it's a mess. There's piles of stuff everywhere. You don't know what you need for tomorrow is, then you're gonna have a little bit of a struggle when you get up in the morning and you're not gonna be prepared and ready to face the day. It's a constant reminder of things that have to get done. That's how I feel about my room when it's a mess. I look at it and I'm like, on top of everything else I have to do, I have to clean my room because I made it a mess again. That's on me and I did that. So can be very hard to look at that, and on top of everything else you have to do, you have to do that. So room organization is something to keep in mind because it doesn't have to be like the Pinterest definition of clean. You don't need a color coordinated closet. You don't need a bin for all of your socks. You don't need like things on the like beautiful bookshelves on your wall with like beautiful like color coordinated books. This is not something that you need if it's not going to work for you. Clean is what works for you. If you know every day you're going to go back to that spot to look for this specific thing, keep that thing in that spot. That's the spot where you're going to look for it. It doesn't need to look beautiful. It doesn't need to be the most like amazing spot you've ever seen in your entire life. Oh my gosh, this is going to be featured in some organizational weekly magazine. My room is so beautiful. It doesn't need that. It only needs to be something that you can walk into and not have it be an additional burden on you. Because if you walk into your room ready to do some studying and you're like, I actually can't get to my desk because there's so much stuff on it. That's something else that you've got to do. So keeping your room clean, even if it's in organized chaos, can really help you with anything that you're facing throughout your time at college. Desk and desktop. Woohoo! A clear workspace increases productivity and less clutter helps people focus. What I just mentioned about your desk being absolutely cluttered to the point where you cannot study, that also applies to your desktop. When you open your desktop and it's just random documents saved all with the name like unnamed because you didn't even name it when you saved it, you're gonna have some problems trying to find what you were looking for. So try to keep folders maybe on your computer to try and help how you're gonna find all of your different items for your classes. I included a picture of somebody's desktop. Mine doesn't look like this, but I was like in awe of them. They've got like little screenshots and print things and like folders and their programs, and they made their desktop background like an organizational tool. And I was in awe when I saw this. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was at least somewhat organized. There's people out here playing on an entirely different level. So I included it in this for something for me to personally strive for. Maybe one day I'll reach that level of organization. But then also just having a desk that isn't cluttered with stuff that you know that you won't need, but for some reason you're just not throwing out. That's personally what my desk has a lot of, will really help you keep things in mind. And thank you for putting in the chat about your Google Drive, because I was just about to go there. Your Google Drive. A lot of us, TCNJ is a Google-based like school. We all have Google Drive. We all have Google Docs. That's the primary method of which they use. So your Google Drive having a little folders for your classes or your semesters or your extracurriculars. I know we got probably a bunch of shared drives as well from these extracurriculars. It can be hard to keep everything in one spot. But if you spend just a little effort and time doing that, it will be much easier to access things. And when you're up at a project and they're like, oh, could you share this like document with me real quick? You don't have to be scrolling through like a mile-long list of unnamed documents. You'll just know where it is. So you're helping future you out when you do that. Your mind, all of this stuff that I've mentioned today, organizing your room, organizing your desktop, whatever I mentioned, it's all kind of meant to help organize your mind. There are times throughout the semester where things are getting a little stressful. Projects may be piling up, things are getting a little tired, and my mind feels like it's running 2 million miles per minute. I've got so much to do. I can't prioritize it in my head because I don't know, oh my gosh, well, this project is due in 2 weeks, but it's a big project, but this project's due in a week, but it's a small project. So which one should I start first? And I don't know. And your mind, gotta take a little breath. Because if your mind is like that, running 1 million miles a minute, there's something you're going to forget. You're always going to forget something. Being overwhelmed can lead directly to feeling stressed and disorganized. So in order to do this, you've got to take and as counterproductive as it may feel, you may be thinking, I've got so much to do. I can't stop and sit down and like relax. Like I've got too much to do. I've got 12 projects to work on. I've got a midterm in a week I have to study for. There's no way you're not going to be able to effectively study for that midterm, complete that project to the best of your ability if your mind is not at its best. So practice a little self-care to clean the mind. Prioritize what you need to get done. Sit down and think, okay, what do I need? What time, what resources do I need to complete this? And scattered brain is just no help. If you need to go to sleep, you need to take breaks. You need to do all of these things and either to get to the most productive you that you can be. As much as working for 7 hours straight on a project may feel like the best way to get the project done in the quickest amount of time, the project is going to be your basically stream of consciousness on a plate because your brain is overwhelmed. It's basically fried. So make sure that you guys are taking care of your mind, and your mind is organized and ready to complete all the assignments that you've got on your plate. Don't be discouraged. Not every single organizational technique I mentioned today is feasible. Like I said, my room right now, if you guys saw it, you'd be like, this girl, she has no business talking about organization. This girl, she's got no reason she should be up here talking to me and lecturing me about how I should be organized because her room is a mess. Everybody's got their area. Everybody's got something that is going to be like, oh, putting that last. I'm not organizing that because I've just got so much else to do. And that's okay. Everyone has an area of their lives that they are disorganized, but consistently trying to keep the chaos at bay. Don't give in to that chaos, even if that's your area. It's like, okay, at the very least, this is a pile of my clothes that I know I need to hang up. Even if I haven't done it yet, that's still a pile that needs to be hung up and I know that. Or, okay, I haven't cleaned my desk yet, but I at least have it kind of sorted where this is stuff I know I won't need and this is stuff that's important. And I just haven't done anything about the stuff I know I won't need yet. And that's okay, because we've all got our time and we've all got to do things at our own pace. Once the first big organizational haul is over, it's really little steps every day to keep your space orderly. Once you clear your Google Drive, you name the documents, you put the things in the folders for each semester and for each class. Like once you've done that, it's little steps every day to keep yourself organized. It's remembering to save your documents to that specific folder you've made. It's remembering to put your events in your Google Calendar and remembering to make sure that you write down everything you need to do today on your planner. It's little, once you've done the first big step of getting everything in place, the little steps after that become easier. I promise you. All right, we got some feedback and I really would love to answer some questions Maybe talk about different people's organizational styles and stuff like that during this time. So Google Drive, I'm seeing, is the most organized part of my life. I love that because Google Drive is really a big resource that we use at TCNJ. It's something that kind of connects every student at TCNJ because we all have these TCNJ emails. So it's when that's organized, it's much easier to work and collaborate with your classmates. So that's, I'd love to see it in the chat. Do we have anything else in the chat?
No one said anything about colors. What about in here? Do you guys have a tip or trick, or what's the most organized area of your life? For the people in the life?
I don't know. I like to use calendars. I have a Google Calendar, a physical calendar on my desk, and then I have a whiteboard calendar. I don't know if that's just what helps
That's
me.
beautiful. Google Calendar, it really is. It's like my baby, my Google Calendar. It's color coordinated. I'm green in my Google Calendar, different shades of green for my different things. And then with all the friends' Google Calendars that I have, I assign them a different color. So I'm like, oh, Steph, she's purple. Steph is purple. That's her. And it's a fun little game you get to play with yourself. So I do really recommend Google Calendar. It's how I run my life. Some people are like, that would only stress me out more, seeing all the stuff that I have to do in a week. And I respect that. Everybody's got their own things. For me, I run my life based on that Google Calendar. And if I did not have it, you would not be seeing me at the places I need to be. So I'm very happy to have it. Some people's got their Google calendars as well. Other people have their phone calendars. I was a phone calendar girl for a while before I wanted to see my friends' Google calendars. So I swapped to Google Calendar away from Apple Calendar. But I did enjoy my time on Apple Calendar. I had a good time. So she's a paper planner that comes with me everywhere. That was how I did my organization in high school. I had beautiful like planners. It was amazing looking. And the only problem is that was one day I realized I had really bad handwriting and I couldn't read anything that I written down in my planner. So for essays, I put them a due day before they're actually due. Oh, nice. So that you're kind of forcing yourself to get it done before the day that you actually have to have it done. That's amazing. And there's so many organizational quizzes online that you guys can take. We were gonna have a quiz today, but we don't have it. But there are so many. There's a Psychology Today quiz online that I was looking at, and that is something it will give you like a little score in your organization and where you can be better and where you are already very good. So it's something to consider. Maybe take a little quiz about yourself and just determine where areas in your life that you could work on to be a better organizationalist. Okay. Any other questions at all?
I think that was helpful though, about
Thank you.
the desktop one, because I do have documents like all over the place as soon as I open it up, and I never saved it to a folder, and some of them don't even have names, like they have like numbers, and I'm like, I don't even know what document this is.
Yes.
So I'm gonna fix my computer up later.
Aw, I'm so glad. That made me so happy. I'm very, very happy that you guys liked it. All right. So this is a feedback form that you guys can fill out and let me know how you think I did. And if you guys need anything signed for, there's also things in the chat that you guys can fill out the doc and the sign in. So besides that, unless you have any more questions, that's all I have for you today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.